Hello, friends. Have you been performing your whole life, chasing ways to fix yourself, proving that you're enough? Well, here's the truth. You're not broken, and you never were. I'm Anthony Johnson, and this is Living Your Spirit, the podcast for people ready to stop becoming and start being. Hello, friends. Welcome to Freedom Fridays. This is Friday, April the 3rd, 2026 is the year. So this will be our first episode of Freedom Fridays, and I figured we would entitle these Freedom Friday, and this would be, of course, number one. And then after Freedom Friday, we will put the topic. So today's topic is, let's see, living outside the matrix. So there is an episode on living outside the matrix. So for today's Freedom Friday short, which will be about 5 minutes, I'll let you know what the matrix is and what the problem is being in the matrix and why you would get out and how. The matrix is basically the robotic life that we live. We're afraid. We don't speak up. We live in fear. We live in scarcity. We live in lack. And we have a core wound that says, I'm not enough. I'm not fit enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not masculine enough. I don't make enough money. My parents don't love me enough. I didn't go to the right school. I didn't get the right degree. I don't have the right job. I think you get the idea, right? I'm not enough. And in many cases, it's not just one area. If we have that core wound, it pretty much extends over various areas of our life. So we think, I'm not enough, and maybe we want to go to the gym and we want to lose weight. But we also want to live in a better house or a better neighborhood or drive a better car or make more money or be in a better relationship. So that's kind of how that runs. So where did all of this begin? This began when we were a little tiny baby. We popped out of the womb and people started telling us what to do, how to do it, why, what not to do, how to be, how to act, when to shut up, when to laugh, when to not laugh, when to cry, when we were not allowed to cry, when we were not allowed to feel, what time to go out, what time to be home. Everything. When you're a little kid, people tell you what to do. They tell you how to live your life. And when you're a kid, you really don't have a choice but to listen, right? You need people to take care of you. When you're 1 year old, 2 years old, 5 years old, it's not like you can just pack a little bag and go live your life the way you want. So we get all this conditioning. And most of the time, it's something that leads us in our little tiny baby minds to believe we're not good enough. You cry too much. You eat too much. We don't have enough money. You need to get good grades. You need to share your toys, right? So our little minds think, whatever I do, it's not good enough. I don't share my toys, or I don't get the right grades, or I don't weigh the right weight, or I don't look a certain way. I don't have blonde hair. I don't have straight hair. I don't have curly hair. Whatever it is, we feel like we are not enough, or we're not accepted, or we are not loved. That leads us to believe we need people. And then we do things to make those people or help those people like us and love us. So we overperform, or we go to certain schools, or we take certain jobs, or we date certain people, or we go on diets, or we work out, or we change our hair color. Whatever it is, so that we can do something that makes us feel like we're accepted, like we're liked, like we're loved. And it's all based on the conditioning instilled in us by adults when we were children. Parents, caregivers, family members, relatives, siblings, churches, schools, and people in authority. And social media, the news, and politics all have an effect on us. So that's what we call the matrix. How do we get out of the matrix? We start living authentically. We start saying what we want to say. We start being who we want to be. We start accepting ourselves as we are. We start using our creativity. We start speaking up in meetings. We start speaking up at the dinner table when our family says something that we don't agree with, or our friends. We stop hanging out with people that we don't like to be around. We start finding more people that are interested in things that we're interested in. We hang out with people that are doing things that we might want to do in the future, like things that we want to learn or careers that we want to go into. We start learning that when we're happy with ourselves and joyful, we start to see things unfold in our life that make us even more happy and more joyful because we're living authentically and we're using our creativity. So friends, as we think about that going forward in life, as the world changes, it's going to be very important that we all be authentic, all be real, and all be creative. As AI comes in and does all the things that AI is going to do, humans need to be authentic, real, and creative so that we can continue to connect to one another as humans. Think about that. The future holds great things for us if we manage our emotions, if we're happy with ourselves, if we're creative, if we're building things in our lives that we want and building relationships that we want. That's living your spirit. I hope you enjoyed this and test it out. Practice it over the weekend. See how you feel on Monday. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Hello, friends. Thank you for listening. Do you have a question about something you heard in the show? Or do you have your own personal story that you would like to share? Please click on Fan Mail and send a text message, which is located in the show notes. Or call 1-609-310-1777 and leave a voicemail. I will be sure to feature your question on an upcoming episode. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.